We'll give it a minute.
We'll give it a minute. Yeah. Our chat will surely say something something silly to us.
How do we know?
It's a mystery.
Are you just waiting for that to change?
Yeah, there we go. Looks like we're live.
Goodness.
All right, awesome.
We did it.
We did it. We did it.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
we're live from PAX Prime in Seattle. We have special live streams every day, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 Eastern from PAX. And then we also have big main stage matches on twitch.tv/Twitch. Saturday and Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Really happy to be with you here today. Most of you are probably here, not because we're hanging out at PAX.
No, it's definitely because we're hanging out at PAX.
I thought it might have something to do with a hero.
No, don't be silly.
This is the Skye Hero Reveal live stream for all the people freaking out that we've gone live and they got a notification, but we said we were going live at 10:30. The reveal will start at 10:30. We got 15 minutes to just hang out with all of you. To just chat, have some fun. We'll give away some ice on the stream. But we got some cool stuff to talk about.
Do we, though?
We do.
No, we don't.
I think we do.
We have nothing cool.
Hi, everybody. Seeing all the hype in the chat. Yeah, people will start streaming in. We'll give people an extra few minutes to stream in. But first, so many things happening.
Oh, yeah.
There was an announcement this morning I want to get into. But first, while we're just hanging out waiting for people to show up for the Skye reveal, let's talk a little bit about VIPL.
Oh, man. Those matches were fantastic.
There was a moment.
Especially
a
Invincible
very
Armada
special moment
versus PQQ.
Thank you, World Champion Invincible Armada. What did they do?
They went and picked Petal.
They did.
And went to crush the early game.
They picked Petal in the highest echelon of Vainglory competitive play. You could not have a bigger surprise playing a team in PQQ that has had a lot of success with them in the past. So trying to switch it up, clearly trying to catch them off guard with that.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that pick, about what they were trying to do. And it looked like they were in great shape for a while there.
Yeah, they were doing fantastically. They had the glaive, they had the Petal, and they were able to get a really, really big lead early on, especially because Petal's early game power is just so crazy. Like, you have the Minions chasing down your enemies. If they're not attacking the Minions, you're attacking them, especially since Petal went with the early Sorrow Blade, got some early attack speed. She was able to just poke people from extremely long range, and until the point where PQQ's Taka started like overwhelming them, she was completely taking over the game. She was doing incredibly well. Her KDA was fantastic.
And really forcing a weapon build, even though the recent buffs have been more Crystal Path, like starting Swifty, I think it was, getting some early attack speed, piling on the weapon damage. It was just really fun to see. And what happened in that match? Because it looked like it was going to work. It looked like I was going to be able to go on the stream and be like, everybody, Petal will win at the highest level of play. It didn't quite happen though.
Honestly, I think they should have won. I kind of think they kind of lost focus at the end of the game, and they started, making some silly decisions, got caught in bushes, caught out 1v3, and it just didn't work out so well for them. Like, they were doing so well for such a long time, and then at the last few minutes, it kind of fell apart.
Yeah, we're talking about the World Champions. People are mentioning it in Skype. Yes, I don't know if you can see. This is a jersey that they brought back for me from the World Invitational. It's the closest I will ever get to playing in the World Invitational or the VIPL, but I do have a jersey as if I had qualified. I don't know what team I'm on. I'm on Team Waterboy.
Super Evil.
I'm on Team Waterboy. I don't even know if I can make the Super Evil team.
Oh, man. You can be like bench warmer or something.
For everyone who's streaming in, or who's coming in here, you are not late. We are going to wait until 10:30 to do the actual Skye reveal.
Yeah. In the meantime, you can enjoy the very, very awesome Pikachu in the background.
Oh, it is. It's very. It's kind of
huge.
Yeah. I almost want to be like this just so people can enjoy it more. I feel like we're at the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade.
Oh,
it's like
man.
Floating by.
Yeah, we got Pikachu floats in the background. A lot of awesome boosts all around. It's pretty great here.
All right, but there's a few things that I do want to talk about while we have a captive audience waiting for us to talk about things other than what we're talking about. Because we are going to wait until 10:30. But there was an announcement this morning at 9 a.m. Pacific that seasonal play is coming to Vainglory.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this is something that people had speculated on in the past. Would we do this? I'm really, really excited for this. So a couple important things to know. So go read the article. It should be in the in-game news section. It's on the web. You can find it pretty easily. This was tweeted and stuff. A couple important things to know. First, starting with 1.8, which is getting pretty close to dropping, grind in ranked as much as you can in 1.8.
Yes.
Because whatever is the highest skill tier that you achieve in 1.8, when the next update comes out, that rank will be immortalized as a trophy in your trophy room. Okay, so that's the important thing. It doesn't matter, like I get to Pinnacle Bronze, and then I try to play Saw, and then I go back to Simply Gold, and then I play Catherine or Kashka, I get myself back to POA Bronze. It doesn't matter if you lose it after 1.8. So it's like you get to 1.8, you get the best thing you can, and then if you end up falling back, it's okay. It will remember what is your highest achievement, and it will save that, it will immortalize that in your trophy room moving forward in every season. So 1.8 is like the preseason. And then we move into autumn season 2015.
Right.
There is going to be awards for that. There's going to be special limited time content that's associated with the season. So there'll be a lot of cool stuff for the autumn season. But the important thing for you to know is that if you are Vainglorious Gold right now, it matters in terms of your reputation, but it doesn't matter in terms of your trophy. Okay, it's after 1.8. So 1.8 comes out, and then if you're Vainglorious Gold, it will remember. If you had dropped before 1.8 to silver, it will only know that you're silver until you earn your gold back. Okay, so 1.8 through the following update, that is the time period that it will remember for your first trophy that you can get for all time. You can be an OG. You can tell people, you know, in 5 years, I have the Season 0 trophy. I have the preseason trophy. I was POA in Season 0.
You're like a Vainglory hipster or something.
Yeah, it would be amazing. So that is coming, and I'm really excited, not just for, you know, getting this recognition and having this recognition for all time, but also for some of the special things that we have planned for the seasons moving forward. It's going to tie into all sorts of stuff. There's going to be special content. So go read up on that. There's a long, great post on that. Go read up on seasonal play. Any thoughts on seasonal play?
I'm pretty excited for it. I personally really love playing ranked play, and being able to keep track of like all my progress is really, really important to me. So even if it's like, okay, you know, season, you know, autumn season 2015 ends, I have a memory of like, okay, this is how far I got, and you can see the progression, and season after season, like this is how far I get each time, and it's really awesome to be able to just like keep track of your progress.
And so we talked about this over dinner. And by the way, we are going to have to bust out those leopard print robes. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the leopard print robes, go look at my Twitter account, Playoff Beard VG on Twitter. You have to see these leopard print robes that we have in the hotel. But we were talking at dinner about, I want to see you grinding in ranked. I just want to watch Zkent streaming, grinding ranked.
Maybe.
Will we get this? Like, just give me a special day. Give me like a day of Zkent.
We'll let the chat decide. Do you guys want to see me grind and rank sometime?
Do people want to just see, because he's always playing around, he's trolling me, making people feel good. Do you want to see him try hard for like 18 straight hours or something in ranked see what Zkent can really do in this game? I would love to see it. I'm sure, well, it sounds like people want to see you in the leopard print robe more than they want to see the rank play.
Have mercy.
But either one, I think people will take both. So yes, I think people want to see this. So maybe he'll be willing to do that. Maybe we'll wait until 1.8 comes out, so your trophy will be on the line.
Ooh.
And you can grind to see how high you can get your trophy.
All right. I'll do it.
All right, very good. For anyone who's joining us late, we are 9 minutes from the Skye reveal. We went on a little early because Sarah, our wonderful caretaker here at the Twitch Broadcast Zone, let us go on early. So we're just hanging out with you for a few minutes. So what else? We talked about seasons.
Yep.
We talked about VIPL. Well, there's a little more, you know, Hunters look great in VIPL as well.
Right.
We have what's really shaping up to be a group of death, because we realize now that not all of PQQ, World Champion Invincible Armada, and European Champion Unknown can make it through the group stage.
Yeah.
So one of those teams is going to get eliminated, which is going to, you know, which is really significant. So make sure you're watching the VIPL. It's just getting better and better with Monty and Valdez casting those games.
They're doing a fantastic job. You can definitely see them improvement week after week.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, they're relatively new to it, but you can see they're bringing the research to it. They're bringing their talent to it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just really, really fun. So make sure you tweet them as well. Let them know if you love the job that they're doing. Really, really excited for the OGN production values overall. But there's more we can talk about in the 8 minutes that we're waiting. And also, feel free to ask questions in the
I
chat.
think we make a countdown or something.
Yeah, I'll try to keep an eye on the chat and answer any questions people have. But another thing we can talk about that I'm very, very, very excited about. So the Real Krull and his team have been spending a lot of time optimizing for Android for 1.8, and I don't have any details yet. No one's given me an actual list, but what I'm told is that there's going to be a ton more device support for Android in 1.8, which is getting close to coming out. So if you have an Android device or your friend has an Android device and it's not, you can't play it with Vainglory yet,
right?
Definitely check again after 1.8. I'm sure there'll be a new list posted, but it's a great time after 1.8 comes out. Tell all of your Android friends, hey, check the game out again because you might have device support now. But, we went out with a list that was kind of like completely optimized for performance, like making sure like people are going to be able to play this game and it's going to perform properly because it's a core game on touch, right? They've been able to optimize it further now that the game's been out for a while on Android. Oh, not a while, for a short time on Android.
It's been like a month or two, give or take.
Yeah. And so that is going to really let us expand Android support. Oh, so I see a good question in chat. Will these skill tiers reset for the season 1? Right? For the autumn season 2015. And the answer is there will be a reset or compression of sorts. It's not like if you're Vainglorious Gold, you're not going to go back to the same place as someone who's brand new to the game, because then you're just going to crush them, and that's not going to be fun for everyone. But there will be a process of kind of, a blank slate where there's a lot of people who've been around for a very long time, maybe from the earliest Singapore days or something. The meta has shifted, more heroes have been added, there's a lot more high-skilled players in the game. It's time to kind of clear the slate and let people kind of work their way back up after they get their permanent trophy. And kind of find their way to where they truly belong in the current meta and the current manifestation of the game. So you're not going to get completely nerfed back down to everyone else, but hey, it's at the Shred.
Hello.
Come say hi, man.
Here, have a headset.
Do I get a headset?
But it is going to compress, and you will be earning your way back. And for anyone who's like maybe Vainglorious Silver, having trouble moving, Simply Amazing, having trouble moving, once we get to 1.8, you will have an opportunity, and you will be able to get that movement because there will be, a clean slate for 1.8.
Except in my case, the movement will be downwards because I have steadily become worse at this game. Or it could be that the community is just getting better.
No, that is completely true, and I'm in the exact same boat. I need to cling with dear life to my Pinnacle Bronze. Because after 1.8, I do not know if I'll be a Pinnacle player
basically,
anymore.
the way I look at it is I'm doing a service to the community because for people to go up, someone has to go down, and I'm that guy. So that's sort of how I think about it.
You'll be on the losing end so people can get the freelo off you,
But that's okay. The truth is I've been playing this game for nearly 2 years right now, and I was good at one point in time compared to everyone else because I was one of the most experienced players in the community.
There was a time, like on the original kind of test environment, where you were like the best Adagio in the world. Even though there were like maybe 50 people in the world playing.
No, that's right. That was a big deal at the time.
It was. It was a big deal. I knew you as the Adagio guy before I knew you as anything else.
So, those were the days, and I will remember them. I wish we had a trophy cabinet back from those days, because I would have the trophy for the best Adagio in the world.
Chief Matt saying Ed is amazing. I'm sure that sentiment is shared by all. Kogol also with the love for Ed the Shred. With good reason. We are 4 minutes from the Skye hero reveal. So tell all your friends and hang tight for that. We're about to start. We have been chatting about a number of things. One thing that maybe you could, I don't know if you have any more details you can share with us, but I heard through the grapevine that in 1.8 there's going to be a lot more Android device support, which is something I'm really excited about. Is there anything else you can tell us? Or
Yes, so I will say this. It's been amazing to watch the Android community grow. We've been on iOS for a long time, and it's great to have a large community playing on iOS, but all those Android players who joined us in July and even before for the beta, it's been just a joy to see them embrace the game and start playing, and they play a lot, and I've enjoyed playing myself on my Nexus 5 as well. But one of the things that we are still working on, just like we've been working on iOS for a long time, is actually optimizing the game experience. So making sure that not only does it feel better, not only does it faster across the board, but also that we can support more devices. Because at the end of the day, the fun thing about the Android sort of ecosystem is that there are many devices. And one of the things that we're working
Many
a lot
devices.
on, many devices. And
with interesting names.
with interesting names, there's some unbelievable named devices out there. But anyway, so we've reduced the memory requirements quite a lot. We've actually reduced some of the CPU requirements as well. And we are looking forward to, as part of 1.8, launch a whole bunch of new device support across the board, as well as those people who are already playing should see the game hopefully run a little bit faster on some of those devices. So we're very excited about that. We will release all the details in the next couple of days, and that's going to be very exciting. Probably not half as exciting as the Skye reveal today, but it will be exciting nevertheless, especially for all those people who were not able to play before. So my ask is, if you have friends who have devices that weren't able to play Vainglory before, Android devices, tell them to check it out after 1.8, because we're hoping that they will be able to play then.
All right.
Shall I let George back?
It might be a good idea.
I don't know. I'm a pretty hot Skye player myself. I've lost at least 5 games on Skye, so I know how not to play Skye. So if you can explain how to play Skye, I can be the guy who explains how not to play Skye.
We're 2 minutes away from the Skye reveal. Let's do that. Let's have George come on. He's going to tell us what we should do.
Yeah.
And then you can come back.
Okay.
And you can tell us what we shouldn't do. I will also have plenty to say on the shouldn't do category.
Yeah. No, literally, the first, and I've played maybe 10 games of Skye altogether so far, and I will say this, that she looks awesome, and I lose when I play with her. Those are my two, two learnings so far. But I will come and explain exactly what not to do later on. I shall let George back in to tell you how to actually play Skye, because played well, Skye is absolutely incredible.
Very, very good. So to kick off, to segue into the Skye reveal segment, we have a special guest. It is Yuma Rankin here with a special new creation. Come kick off. It's like the ball dropping on New Year's.
Yeah, let's do this.
Come kick off the Skye reveal with your special new creation. Hello, it's Yuma Rankin.
Hey, guys.
Often seen on Shinkaigen Stream.
Oh, hey, there you go.
And you have something special.
I do have something special.
There's the camera.
Here you go. Check it out.
Oh, my
goodness. She's been trying to find her mech this entire time.
And who is this?
This is Skye.
It is Skye.
Skye, the new hero. And we are going to be telling you a little bit more about her later.
We are. You're going to play some games with us over this weekend, right?
Totally, I will.
I think we're going to get you on the main stage
on
Friday or Saturday or Sunday.
On Friday or Saturday.
Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday or Sunday.
That's right.
Thank you for helping out in the booth and for being here.
Thanks so much for inviting us.
It's really awesome. Okay, let's bring in the
man.
Hi!
All those Yuma Rankin. Spam those emotes.
All right, we have a frozen camera that's oh, that was great timing, actually. I don't know if it actually froze for people, but it froze on the Skye yard,
yeah.
which is perfect. So it's almost like we did a freeze frame, which is amazing.
We intentionally did that, of course.
Let's bring back in.
All right.
Let's bring Zken in.
Zken in or?
For Zken in. We'll bring Zken in first, I think.
All right.
Yeah. And let's do this. It is 10:30.
Hello, friends.
Hello, everybody who's joining us now.
Everybody.
Oh, I like everybody.
All right, is it time?
For everyone who is showing up, we'll give it like 2 minutes. The banner, I'm sure, is live in the in-game news section now. If not, go yell at Nivmed and Domo Furious. Welcome, everyone who's joining us now at 10:30 for the Skye Hero Reveal live stream, live from PAX Prime in Seattle. We have a ton of stuff planned. We have daily live streams, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. We have special main stage streams on twitch.tv/twitch on Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern, and Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern. And those are going to be really, really fun. We got tons of tryhard going on with VIPL. So come join us as on the big Twitch stage, we do some crazy
Very
stuff.
Silly things.
Yeah, making people do push-ups and all sorts of things with a lot of special guests. So come join us for that. But now it is time, I think.
I think it's about time.
We'll reset it halfway through. If somebody joins us late, we'll reset it.
All right.
But I think it's time. There is a new hero coming to the Halcyon Fold.
Here we go.
This hero's name is Skye.
Wait, let me pull up the splash art real quick.
And we will start with the splash art for Skye. If George can make it go.
I'm failing horribly. Please hold.
That's fine. We're just starting. We're just waking up. We're just getting started. Zken has shed his leopard print robe.
Here we go.
He's just waking up. There it is.
This is Skye.
There it is.
She's
There
awesome.
is Skye, a fighter pilot in an exosuit. And I think people want to know, what is the deal with this new hero?
Well, I have a video that shows exactly what she does.
Yeah,
so.
we definitely need to dig into that. Let's start with the basics, though.
All right.
What role?
So Skye is a sniper.
Yes, she is.
She is technically a sniper. However, she can also play as somewhat of a burst-ish mage, sort of-ish.
Or even a little bit assassin-y, really.
Right. You have a couple options on her, like.
But squishy.
But squishy. She is very squishy. If you get caught out, you're probably gonna die. But she is very mobile, so it's very possible for him to be able to kite back melee heroes. But if you're up against another ranged hero, you might get taken down first, unless you position yourself very well.
Yeah. So
land your abilities.
So the important core things to know: Skye is very high skill cap. Okay, this is inspired by the players for the players that want a high skill cap hero.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the abilities have a two-step process that we'll get into, but the possibilities are near limitless, introducing new mechanics, all sorts of stuff. So Skye, you know, it may not even be for everyone, or at least is going to be a learning curve to be able to play her well, but for those who want to invest the time, oh my gosh, what you're going to be able to do with Skye is going to be so much fun.
Pretty amazing.
Let's do it. Let's jump into the video and talk through the abilities. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Wow, that's loud.
Hey, we got sound. I'm going to turn this down a little bit.
Sorry,
it's a little bit
headset
loud.
people.
That was a lot louder than I expected it to be.
Now, everyone's awake now.
Surprise.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so.
It is epically loud.
Yeah, I was not expecting it to be this loud whatsoever.
Oh my goodness.
But yes, these are her abilities. First ability, basically a forward barrage. She's able to cast her.
Is it this loud for them?
I honestly don't know. I'm going to turn it down more.
All right, let us know in the chat if we are bleeding your ears out or not, because
my ears are hurting.
Our ears are bleeding, but all I care about is whether your ears are bleeding.
We also got Chainsaw here, like, you know, chilling in the top left corner.
Yeah,
chainsaw things.
Do not click on that. We always have more heroes in development, and yeah, there are more heroes in development. We use Chainsaw's handsome face. You know.
All right.
Oh,
so
you got a pretty good build going already.
Yeah, this is like the new OP Zekant 50 seconds in, 4 Clockworks Tornado Trigger Journey Boots build with an infusion. This is like next level stuff.
All right, start with the heroic perk. Start.
All right, heroic perk. She locks onto a target. If she attacks it twice, she is able to strafe around it very efficiently. So she's able to have increased move speed around it. Right now I'm just kind of like showing off some abilities, but
the heroic perk is target lock.
Yep.
You can lock onto a target, and then if you basic attack it, you'll see it. You almost looks like you float around the target, and with the increase with a move speed burst.
Right.
Part of her mobility, part of the core of her kit, and really, really fun once you have the hang of it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of difficult to use though. You have to get really used to it
Yeah.
if you're moving forward, you get slightly reduced move speed, and if you're moving backwards, you're back to base move speed.
All right, let's run through the abilities real quick so people understand what's happening. Ability A, forward barrage. Talk about it.
All right. Skye shoots in a direction. She's locked in that direction, so you can like move backwards, you can move forward, you move side to side, but it'll still be facing that direction. So you're trying to lead your target into your bullets, and if you're able to do it, you can do some serious damage. Like her damage output is actually pretty crazy. Yeah. If you can land everything.
So for the FPS players out there, this is a strafing hero. Okay, so you can strafe and fire, and it is an entirely different feel from anything that you've seen before. You kind of line up targets, and then you can continue to move while you're firing, strafing around.
All right.
Aww.
Let me see if I can. I have an idea. I'm going to pause this real quick.
All right, we are at PAX, and there are a million things happening at PAX, so these things are inevitable.
Yep.
But give us a minute.
Give us a minute. I have an idea.
And we will sort it out. But if you can hear me while he's sorting that out, don't worry. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. There's plenty of time in this live stream. So we'll sort that out. But again, just to recap, so target lock is the heroic perk. You can lock onto targets. If you have a target locked, you can basic attack them to get a move speed burst where you kind of look like you're floating around the target, maintaining facing direction. It's very, very cool. The A is forward barrage. You can strafe while firing. It's a giant barrage of missiles in the face of the enemy.
Let's continue from here. This should be better.
All right, so we hope this is better. This target lock is going to play into almost all of the abilities, so we're going to get into that. So the B, Surrey Strike, This is the core of her
Ooh.
getting to the back line and eliminating key targets. This is her ability. She's an incredible chaser, but not incredible escape, but incredible chase.
Here,
tell
let
me
me
about
rewind
Surrey
right
Strike.
here a little bit.
Yeah, rewind. It's
This
fine.
will show you exactly what it does.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to pause it, and I'll show you the modal.
Okay.
So Skye Surrey Strike is based around her target and not herself. Well, back a little bit. It happens too quickly. Oh, dang it. This is really difficult.
What are you even doing?
I'm trying to pause it when the modal pops up. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
So
this is important.
Yep, so Surrey Strike. The modal is around her target instead of herself. So she's able to dash to anywhere around her target, but if she doesn't have a target locked onto, she can't actually cast this ability.
Yeah, so target lock playing into multiple things. So first you lock onto the target, then you are going to choose a spot on the ground.
Around your target.
Yeah, and she's going to dash there, and she's going to release like drunken missiles, like a volley of missiles that will lead the target. So if the target moves in the opposite direction, they're not guaranteed to hit the target, but they will lead the target's position. So if you predict properly and you move appropriately, you're going to land some missiles, and you can chase down target. There you see the missiles kind of trailing her as you go. There you see the forward barrage. Oh my God, when she goes back and forth like that,
it's pretty awesome.
I love that part. Oh my God, it reminds me of like the Matrix or Starship Troopers or something. Oh my God,
Is it bullet time? Is it bullet time now?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So forward barrage, strafing while firing a barrage of missiles. There you see the leading missiles coming out as part of Surrey Strike. That is how she's going to get to the back line. That is how she's going to chase down targets. The C is got to be coming up soon, I would hope.
Yeah, probably.
The C, death from above. Oh, look at that. Right on cue. Death from above. There are two forms of death from above. So just like the other abilities, you have to target something. Now, that could be a minion that is away from your real target.
Right.
But you have to get something locked on to, again, pull up, you know, what you're allowed to hit. You select a location on the ground, and depending on what you do, it will either be a line perpendicular to the target, and this almost has a little bit of a tactical implication, like a one-sided Arden wall.
Right.
It's like, because it will stun, it can slow, and you'll explain the nuances of that, but it will definitely make people change direction if they were about to move there. You can close people off, or you can kind of wall people off. But there's another form, which is if you put it directly on a target, you'll get the cluster of missiles instead.
Right.
A cluster of bombs falling from the sky. So talk about this a little more, the mechanics, how it works. It's very nuanced, and it opens up a lot of tactical options for players.
I'm going to back up a little bit here.
Yeah, please do.
I'm going to show you exactly how this works out. So right here, I'm about to lock onto a target. Going to cast my... You can see there's a smaller inner ring. If you cast your ultimate within that ring, it'll actually drop a cluster of missiles right there. As opposed to, if you cast it away from your target, then it'll cast a wall of to block their retreat, block their escape, block their, you know, advance or whatever.
Yep.
So a lot of tactical uses for it, and it's really up to you on how you want to use it. If you hit someone with the first initial strike of Death from Above, it will actually stun your target, and after that, it'll just be a slow.
Yes, so it's like it's a stun, and then if they didn't have the good sense to get out of these missiles that are raining down from the sky.
Yeah, I mean, they look pretty dangerous. You probably don't want to stand in them.
If you stay there for too long, you will end up getting slowed as well. Right? So this is reflex blockable. If you time a reflex block when you see the indicator, or if you predict from the animation, you will be able to reflex block, avoid the stun, and get out of it successfully.
Right.
But it takes, you know, a lot of foresight. So those are the abilities. The A is target lock. The B is, the heroic perk is target lock. The A is forward barrage with the strafing attack. The
I like
B
seeing these little 8s pop out. It does like no damage to the structures.
The B is Surrey Strike. The C is Death from Above. Let's get into, I really want to hear, because Ed the Shred's going to come back and tell us how not to play Skye.
Right.
But I want to talk about how to play Skye.
Alright, so the way you want to play Skye, especially against melee heroes, is that she's able to kite back extremely effectively, especially because she's able to throw her forward barrage while she's walking backwards. And especially against like a Catherine, who usually doesn't take too much damage, Skye does such small piles of damage that she is really able to take advantage of Catherine.
Rewind that, pylon OP.
Pylon OP? No, I'm back on her.
Oh, we're on Big Camp. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
I'm sure they want to see the footage again in a minute, but okay.
Yeah, no, I got more footage. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, good. Yeah, yeah.
I got so many things.
We're gonna do a game.
Yeah.
We're gonna do games. Okay. But yeah, tell us about how to play Skye.
All right, so if you're playing Skye, if you get ahead and you're able to take down their weapon carry or their crystal carry one-on-one, you can actually very easily dash into their backline. You target a main, you target an enemy tank, you target anything really.
Yeah.
And use your Surrey Strike to leap into the backline.
Yep.
And try to take down their carry.
Yeah. So real quick, because I don't know if I said it off the top, we are going to show full Skye games. So stay tuned. We're going to cast them. They are pre-recorded because we didn't want to take the risk with all the PAX funkiness.
Right.
But I've never seen them, so it'll be first for you. It'll be a first for me. I was not playing in the games. I've never seen the footage.
I was playing Skye.
So we'll cast it like it's brand new. But stick around for full games. But the important thing with what you were talking about with Surrey Strike is you can target really anything. And then choose a location on the ground, right?
Right.
And end up getting close to your real target, maybe the Ringo or the Celeste that's in the back line, right? And can be super nasty. She can be weapon or crystal. Tell me about those different build choices and when you would do each.
So when you're in crystal, you really want to be able to kite backwards or dive in deep into the enemy backline and just take out a carry. Because your forward barrage does so much damage on a single target that if you're able to just constantly pummel someone with it, they will almost certainly go down before they can take you down because the DPS is just most likely higher. But if you miss, you're dead because that is like all of your damage. Your Surrey Strike does a little bit, your Death Buff does a little bit, but your Forward Barrage is going to be doing the lion's share of your damage output. So if you miss, I'm sorry, you're gonna die.
Yeah, Skye's a really interesting hero where you're gonna have moments that are just pure glory, or where you want to use the Bacon Tears emote.
Yes.
Because like if you use Forward Barrage correctly, like there'll be a I don't know, a Catherine or a Glaive or a Krull, right? Who's trying to get away from you, but you strafed properly and you're moving kind of parallel to the target.
Yes.
They're trying to get away. You're moving parallel to them. You're continuing to keep them in the barrage of fire.
When you do it right, it's beautiful.
But when you do it wrong, you just miss.
It is the funniest thing.
You can reactivate to cancel it, so it's not the end of the world. You don't feel like just a complete fail.
It's still pretty fail though.
But yeah, there's a whole lot of like just glorious success, or feel like I did that horribly, horribly wrong.
Yes. It's kind of amazing.
But it's really fun.
All right, do we have Ed the Shred here? He wants to talk a little about how to fail on Skye.
Oh, I think he's talking with someone. He'll come back. So
he's busy.
Do we want to do a game?
Let's hop into a game.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it.
I think I have the music too loud again.
Amazing. The sounds are high. Tell me a little bit, just really quick, a couple core builds, a couple core weapon build, core crystal build.
So crystal builds, pretty standard. You probably want a Frostburn in there somewhere because you want it to slow on your here, I'm gonna pull the camera back up. Hello.
Hi.
You probably want to have the slow on your forward barrage just because it makes it that much easier to keep someone in your barrage.
Oh dear Lord, I have to interrupt you because that is a Cloud Raider Vox skin that you're laning against.
Ooh, yes. This is actually Surprise Birthday playing. I played the next two games. Oh, yeah.
Very good. Oh, so you see the target lock going on.
So when you fail,
it's the missed forward barrage.
When you fail, it's it makes you kind of sad.
Vox kind of mobile on his own, so it'll be interesting to see how this lane matchup plays out. Do you see Skye exclusively in lane?
Huh?
Did you see Skye exclusively in lane?
Skye can jungle decently, but I think she's most powerful in lane. She's pretty gold hungry. She really wants to get the farm.
Yeah. And
if she doesn't get it, she can't. If she falls behind, she has a pretty rough time.
So real quick, before the action gets fast and furious, I interrupted you. Tell me about those builds real quick, because I know people want to know.
So Shatterglass, Broken Myth, Frostburn, pretty solid. On the other side, if you have weapon, I personally really like the Shiver Steel Breaking Point build. It's pretty effective.
Wait a minute. Okay, I didn't know this, but apparently, this is going to be the Skye Hero reveal stream and the Jewel Tier 3.
I did not agree to this.
I think this is going to be the Killajoule.
Is it?
9000 Tier 3 skin reveal stream as well.
I thought we were saving that for tomorrow.
We were saving that for tomorrow, but it appears that the Jewel is in this game.
Oh.
So, bonus for people, you are about to see one of the most epic skins we have ever put in Vainglory. Thanks to Conductor, thanks to the incredible team who worked on that.
Whoops.
So, that is going to happen as well. A little
planned.
extra bonus for all of you.
All planned, all planned.
Yeah, all planned. All right, so
She's
that's the crystal
kind of
build. Tell me
amazing.
about the weapon build real quick, and then
All
we'll
right.
start calling the game.
Weapon build, Shiver Steel, Breaking Point. That's like my personal favorite build, if you're up against double melees, because you're able to kite back very effectively. You're able to dive deep in the back line after you take out the front line. So if you have a Breaking Point, you just keep getting stacks, you keep getting stacks, you keep getting stacks, do a ton of damage. Or you can just go with the pretty standard builds, Sorrow Blade, Serpent's Mask, Tornado Trigger, Time Smikle.
Stormlord Arden, Tier 1, and a Skye in lane. There's the Surrey Strike. The missiles were leading the target, but Vox able to get out of that.
Yeah,
with
Vox
the
is actually
mobility
one of
that
the
he
most
has.
powerful heroes against Skye.
Yeah.
Because you can get target lock on him, you can throw your forward barrage out, and he uses Sonic
He's
Boom
not
just,
going to be there
gets out
when
of
they
the way.
land, right?
Right. And
So-
you might do some damage to him, but he outtrades Skye incredibly
so
hard.
melee lane matchups, getting that glaive in lane, is going to work out quite nicely. I'm very glad that we're seeing, not only that we're showing off the Cloud Raider Vox again, but for a full match, but also just to see how this matchup plays out.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to see a lot of Vox, we're going to see a lot of Ringo, we're going to see a lot of Celeste in lane. It's good to see how these different lane matchups play out with Skye, what people have to keep in mind. There is a Koshka in this game, something I want to point out really quickly. There is a bit of a timing bug in 1.7 with Koshka that makes it hard to combo abilities to like pounce and then twirl the way people, signature play with Koshka.
Right.
And that is fixed in 1.8, which is coming out. So if you felt like you can't really compete with a Koshka in 1.7, there's a reason why, and that is being addressed. So there's a forward barrage landing some. Here comes the Killajoule 9000 Tier 3.
It's so epic.
This Thunder Strike, it's all new animations, just wait for them. But yeah, that is an amazing skin.
It is pretty amazing.
I'm very excited about that. All right, so here comes Blue Team. Fortress comes in. I'm not going to say anything about lunging. Forward barrage the other way, catching a couple of enemies. Jewel forced to retreat. Koshka's dancing as she loves to do. And now again with Skye. If you joined us late, let's recap. Why don't you recap the abilities again really quickly for those who might have joined us late?
All right, guys. Perk, lock on, target lock.
Target lock.
Target lock. I can never remember. Locked onto a target, target is locked. I don't even know. But target lock, she's able to lock on target. If she attacks a target, she locks onto them. If she attacks them again, something that is already locked onto, she will be able to kind of strafe around them at increased speeds. If you're moving backwards, though, you lose that speed bonus. If you're moving forward, it does a reduced speed bonus.
All right.
First ability, forward barrage. She fires a barrage of, missiles forward.
She certainly
Pretty
does.
straightforward.
There's a rocket leap landing on Skye's head. There's the new Thunder Strike animation. She's able to move backward, though, quite effectively, putting out a forward barrage. Vox looked like he was going to tower dive, but thought better of it as he started to take turret aggro. And here's even the basic attack animation. Now I love that. So much fun. We have a Stormlord Arden sitting in the brush. He's looking to make something happen, but doesn't look like there's a whole lot there. Skye's going to go shop instead. Koshka is farming. Okay, back to the abilities.
Back to the abilities. Second ability, Surrey Strike. Skye onto a locked target. If she activates Surrey Strike, she will have a modal appear around her target. So this is not around her, which is what most abilities are. It's around her locked on target.
Yep.
And she will be able to dash to an area around that target. While also releasing a salvo of missiles that will basically lead their target. If the target changes directions, the missile will most likely miss. But they'll kind of predict the path that the target will take and attempt to land on them.
For the people who are saying they love that Thunder Strike animation, just wait till she ults.
Ooh.
Just wait till Jewel is
The
level
ult.
6. There's a
Holy
forward barrage
cow.
that kind of missed. Vox putting out a lot of damage. Koshka comes in to try to peel off and almost takes out the Vox. I don't think he died, though. A little bit off my screen here with the monitor that we have. But so there. All right, we're going to get to see a recall animation, I think. No, might not be in this build.
Might not be in this build.
All right, but there will be a recall animation.
There will be.
When it releases in 1.8, which is getting close. But yes, this is Skye. Very, very high skill cap. Great against melee heroes. Fantastic at reaching the back line. Can chase like a boss. There is no one in the game who can chase like Skye.
No, not even remotely close
But
to that
she's
point.
squishy and she can't escape, really. So
if you stun her, she is probably dead.
And very high skill cap, two-step process really to effectively use most of these abilities. It's like mentally really weird in the beginning. Like, at least for me.
The first few games you play as Skye, you're probably not going to do well.
you're just like, what do I need to do to make these abilities work right? And then it's going to click the way that you use the target lock in combination with the abilities,
Right.
and the way you're targeting the ground, and the way you might lock onto something that's not your intended target just to complete the first step so you can do the second. Once it kind of all clicks in your brain, then it all comes together, and you just start to see the potential of the hero.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, what I'm going to do. There is a death from above kind of cutting off Fox's path, following up with a forward barrage. So that was designed to prevent his escape, to prevent his Sonic Zoom away from the fight, and then following up with the forward barrage, securing the kill.
Right, so one thing about Death from Above is that if you're locked onto a target, it's basically impossible to land on top of them because the cast time is long enough that they can easily walk out of it. It's very obvious, it shows the target on the ground. It's like, okay, I should probably walk out of this.
Or
there's like a
reflex
giant
lock it.
red thing on the ground that you shouldn't stand in. Makes sense. But if you target it on a minion or like another enemy, it's actually much easier to land on top of someone's head because they won't be expecting it. They're like, oh, I'm not locked on, and then the missiles fall and they die.
They do. They certainly do. You can see the target lock. That's just the heroic perk. Everything that she basic attacks, the last thing she basic attack, will have that target lock on it. Here comes a decent-sized minion wave. Why don't we have a mini-map anywhere?
Because this is Tastric recording, these Cider Helm recordings, and we have no
oh, look at that, a triple stun! There is the ultimate! People have been waiting for it, the Jewel ult, but an excellent Arden ult. Here comes the death from above. A Vanguard comes out and secures the kill with a forward barrage.
Yep.
But man, what a gauntlet out of Arden.
Oh yeah.
Triple stun.
It was pretty fantastic.
So that's interesting. So, you know, with the potential for death from above to stun, one more kind of option when you're putting together your stuns for days comps. And how you're going to string those things together, right?
So this one's actually an interesting one because this is never a stun you'll lead with because you're just not going to land it. It is honestly, it's basically impossible to land if someone's moving. However, if you have like a Captain or a Jewel or a Celeste setting things up for you, this is the easiest thing in the world to kill someone with. It does, especially if you go Crystal, the damage from Death from Above is absolutely phenomenal.
I just want to see that the forward barrage hitting at the same time as like a Jewel ult, as a big red button.
On top of a suppressing fire, on
there
top
you go.
of like a scarf or something.
Yeah, and maybe we can talk about it. Oh, here comes Koshka out. She pounces in and secures the kill with Twirly Death. Skye is there. She uses Surrey Strike to close distance to get back into this fight, and she's just making sure she farms, making sure they don't lose any farm as the teams kind of skirmish as they close in on this turret. Stormlord Arden doesn't care. He turns sides.
Arden don't care.
He hates the Githians now.
Arden really wants to kill that
He's just going to put damage on the turret. Forward barrage.
Arden is going to die.
Damaging that turret.
Arden is not going to die.
Here comes the death from above. There's the cluster
stun.
of bombs. It stuns and then slows the Jewel, who neither left nor reflex block. There's a forward barrage kind of on target. The target is locked again. So I can't see the abilities. I can't see the mini-map, so we'll do the best we can with this. There is a lot of kiting coming out of Vox, but he gets taken out by the Skye. And next is going to be Fortress. This is, I don't know what the KDA is here, but it's probably pretty good.
That was some pretty good teamwork right there between Arden and Skye. Arden was using his Shiver Steel to slow down Vox, so that Vox couldn't get in range of Skye, because Vox's range, not too long, and Skye was able to just pummel him. So basically what happened was, Vox used Sonic Zoom, Arden started smacking him with Shiver Steel. He was incredibly slow, and that's basically a free forward barrage, fully channeled for Skye.
For the record, if you are not trying a weapon carry Arden, like we saw in that one VIPL game, if you're not trying this on the current build on 1.7, you are missing out, man. Oh my god! I built, but I just with the basic attack improvements, like I built a like a tornado trigger bone saw Sorrow Blade on a weapon carry Arden. Like the most fun I've had in forever. He's just punching like there's no tomorrow, punching and kicking. Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. Really, really fun.
All right, we apologize for lag. There's a little bit of frame drop, and it's not too much, so we should be fine now. So
yeah, sorry guys.
Give it a couple seconds.
This is like, it's actually minor miracle that it's working as well as it is with like the entire world here at PAX Prime.
Oh yeah.
You know, doing everything on all the things. You know, so yeah. Pretty bad. Yeah, so they can't see the build, so keep talking about the builds, keep giving people an idea of what they should build. Here comes a wait for it coming out. It does silence the Skye. Here's a yummy catnip frenzy, followed up with a rocket leap, a twirly death, and there is the death from above. She Surrey strikes to the jewel, trying to close that distance, looking to see if there's something to happen. She still has target lock. Koshka comes in with a pouncy fun. There's the twirly death, the boosted basic attacks doing damage, boosted by the Vanguard and securing the kill. This is going pretty well for red team.
Oh yeah. Most certainly. Actually, it doesn't look like Skye has boots. I'm not sure, but she's moving pretty slowly when she doesn't have her target lock on.
All right, good thing to know. Koshka's having some fun in this game. There is the ace buff allowing them to close on the turret.
All right.
Not even level 12 yet, but kind of having their way with blue team. Koshka goes in on Fortress. The Vanguard comes out.
Ooh, this could be bad for the red
There's
side.
a good rocket leap, and the kill secured as Stormlord Arden falls. Koshka's in trouble too. The prey mark likely comes out off camera, and
I think she went down.
probably died there. Forward barrage as she's strafing away, trying to create. So she stuns 2 with the death from above. But she does fall, but it's interesting just to see the potential. So she can use it as a self-peel. There it almost looked like she kind of doubled down. She was like, I'm going to death from above, then I'm going to Surrey strike and see if I can actually pick off 1 kill because I probably am going to die no matter what. So I'm going to try to pick up a kill
right
before
there,
I do.
I think if she went with the crystal build, I'm pretty sure she went with the weapon build this game. Like looking at her basic attack damage, she's doing quite a bit. So my guess is she went weapon. And if she went crystal there, I actually think she could have picked up a few kills.
All right, for anyone who joins us late, again, talk a little bit about how you might want to build Skye if you want to play her as a sniper or if you want to do kind of her burst crystal.
So if you want to go burst crystal, obviously Shatterglass is probably your best bet.
And what's the real concept there? Is it like you're just going to focus on Surrey striking to the back line?
Ooh, it's tough.
Like what's the one thing people keep in mind when they're going to go crystal?
One thing to keep in mind when you're going crystal is your positioning is everything because your forward barrage is all of your damage.
Yeah.
Like you can land your death from above, sure, it happens, but it's hard to rely on that, especially because if your opponents are paying attention, they'll easily walk out of it. But your forward barrage is one more thing about crystal. The more crystal you have, the longer your forward barrage lasts.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So that's pretty important. It goes from 2 seconds up to 4 seconds based on how much crystal you have. I believe the ratio is like 0.8. Something or other.
Picking up the gold mine. Here comes here comes a rocket leap in. The big red button whiffs, which is sad Panda. There is a death from above. People dropping left and right. This might be a decent fight for blue team.
Well, Skye's cutting around pretty well.
We'll see a rocket leap stuns the gold miner as he's aggroing. Jewel drops
Fortress
to the gold miner. Gold miner OP. Fortress is not going to be able to escape Surrey strike. There's just no escaping a chasing Skye.
No.
That is for sure.
Most certainly not.
Tell me real quick, so I think in this game Skye's going weapon, but for the crystal build, what's like a hero comp where you see the enemy team, you're like, oh, the enemy team's going with this comp, I'm going to go crystal Skye. What's that comp on the enemy side?
Ooh, if you're going with a crystal Skye, what do you want to see on the enemy team comp? You want to see more squishies, because Crystal Skye, she's not fantastic at taking... Oh, this is another change that you put in.
It's important to know.
Kraken can no longer be killed during her get-up time.
Yeah, no more cheesing the Kraken. Until the Kraken has fully come out of the pit and has graced us with her presence, you cannot damage the Kraken, which does change the timing of those, trying to rush those Kraken moments. There's another rocket leap. Rocket leaps are on point in this game. The death from above cuts off one avenue of escape. The Surrey strike with the leading missiles. They land this time. There's a yummy catnip frenzy, which is going to secure a kill. They turn now. Jewel trying to stun, but she's not going to be able to get away. That is Skye just sticking with her and picking up another kill. Koshka just having fun in this game. I'm assuming it might be, or that's probably a crystal build, I would imagine.
Skye,
there is a twirly death. Poor Fortress. Fortress is sad and is not long for this world. The poor Temple Guardian. All right.
So this looks like it might be pretty close to being a game.
Yeah, so you were saying, so hero select, you see the heroes populate in the loading screen.
Right.
You're like, oh, they're going with that comp, I'm going crystal. What is that comp?
Ooh. I would say probably even against an assassin, even though Taka's able to flip over Skye very easily. If you do get a good forward barrage in his face, he will drop incredibly quickly. However, maybe even something like a Catherine, some sort of squishy backline, and a tank. You just want to focus on killing the Catherine because even as a tank,
Big
Catherine
red
generally
button
doesn't build
animation.
too much health, right?
All right, this might be the final fight of the game, depending on what Blue Team to do. Look at the repositioning with the Surrey strike as she creates distance. What a play by Skye right there. She's just putting out a ton of damage. There is the death from above line, which is slowing the Jewel. Oh, and a nice rocket leap to the platform, so she's going to survive reaching the Sanctuary. But you could see how the line death from above cut off her avenue of escape, and she had to do something different. So just interesting to observe that big red button animation. Oh my, I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Right, so one of the big things about Skye is that she's incredibly good against Catherine. However, she's also incredibly bad against Catherine, which is interesting. Like, if you're able to unload your forward barrage onto a Catherine, you melt her so quickly, because Catherines generally don't build too much health because she relies on that Storm Guard for protection. On the other side, Skye, if she gets silenced or stunned, she's a sitting duck. Like, not being able to use Surrey Strike, not being able to use any of her abilities, she is not something you want to just stand there shooting basic attacks. You want to be able to use your basic attacks, sure. They do a good amount of damage. But if you're not able to reposition yourself in fights, if you're up against a Ringo, a Celeste, a Scarf, you're going to go down very quickly.
So the weapon build, probably a little bit more of a common build. Talk to me about what you're looking for where you're like, yeah, there's them melee. I'm definitely going weapon here. This is going to be a good time.
So when I go melee, when I go weapon, it's usually up against a double melee composition. So because since I'm able to kite backwards very effectively, and the enemy range carrier is most likely not going to get to me, if the enemy sniper can't kill me, can't 1v1 me, I'm probably going to be able to take over the fight. So I build my breaking point, I get stacks on their front line, dash to the back line, and fight their carry one-on-one. Especially if I have like 10, 15 breaking point stacks built up, they're going to go down very quickly.
Yeah, so super fun playing it that way. When you get that forward barrage and that Krull simply cannot get out of it.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't know where to go forward, where to go back. It's just, it's very rewarding, very fun. Come on, Red Team, let's close out this game. There's another Rocket Leap landing on beautiful Thunderstrike with that animation. The big red button comes up, but she almost backs up into the gauntlet.
And there's
another Thunderstrike. The death from above rains down.